Hey Chris, what are we cooking today?
Garrett, today we're cranking out a quick midweek meal. That's linguine with shrimp scampi and Maitake mushrooms. Hi, Chris Weitzel, owner of Chris Seafood here at 1300 Seagrave, Unit 4 in Woodstock. And today, I don't know about your family, but if it's anything like ours, the fall comes around and the activities just start to pile up. So we always need some good go-to meals. And this one here, fast go-to meals. Midweek meals is what we're doing. So last week was Jamie Oliver. Here's the Barefoot Contessa, Ina Garten, one of my favorite chefs. And this tonight, linguine with shrimp scampi is what we're gonna cook. So we got our skillet on, about 400 degrees. Gonna add a bit of oil. Gonna add in some garlic in a minute. But what we have here are bluefoot shrimp. Now these are sustainably grown shrimp, and we get these from Ecuador through our supplier, Coddle's Catch at 60 Otonabee Drive in Kitchener. And these shrimp, I like them. There's another alternative to black tiger or white Pacific shrimp. They're fresh, never frozen, which is the thing that I like. And they have a really great flavor and a nice snap to them. So this is hot. Gonna get this going. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add, I think today I've got Mediterranean sea salt. I'm gonna be pretty generous with that because we are using an unsalted butter. Some pepper. Then I'm gonna hit it up with some crushed garlic. Stir, stir, stir. I'm gonna get some lemon juice in there right away. I don't know if you know this little trick, but if you roll out your lemon first, get it nice and soft, the juice just comes flowing right out. I just used the crushed garlic today because middle of the week, you may not have those extra couple minutes to be able to cut up or dice up your own garlic. I have no problem with this. It's a Canadian product. Really try to avoid any kind of garlic that is not Canadian. So that's gonna take a minute or two. So we're gonna let them cook. The next thing that we're gonna do is make sure that whenever you're trying to do a midweek meal as fast as possible, always have your boiling water right beside you. Is that boiling water? This just helps so that you never know when you're gonna need a little bit or a lot. Thank you, Shani. So while those shrimp are getting happy in the skillet here, this is one item that I really wanted to add this in today. It's not in Ina's recipe, but remember, it's just a recipe, it's a guideline. This here are called Maitake Mushrooms, and we sell these here. We get them in once a week from a company, Shogun Maitake, just outside of London, Ontario. And these here, Maitake mushrooms, they're delicious, first of all. And I just want to show how easy they are to cook. But Maitake mushrooms manage diabetes, they lower high cholesterol levels, they boost your immune system, and it helps GI disorders. You may have seen these along with lion's mane mushrooms, which are two of the buzzwords now that they're being dry, dehydrated, putting in coffees and teas and helping out with the benefits that I just mentioned. But we're just gonna rip them apart and throw them into this pasta today. And they just naturally spread apart like that. People always ask, what do I do with them, Chris? Well, you just do that. You can take away part of this and dice it up smaller, but I don't. I really just tear it apart. So let's get a look at these shrimp. These shrimp are done. Smells delicious. So we're just gonna let those shrimp sit aside for a minute while we get we're only using one skillet, which is why you wanna have your water boiling. And I leave all these little bits of garlic in there, because we're just gonna boil our pasta in here. And I'm using linguine tonight. You can use whatever you want. This is gonna take about 6 or 8 minutes to get soft. All right, here we go. The pasta is done. We're just gonna pour this out. Okay, now we're just gonna make a quick little sauce. We're gonna keep this on low. We're gonna add in entirely way too much butter. And then I'm just gonna show you exactly what I do with these mushrooms. I leave all different size chunks. But that's it. No need to use a knife here unless you really wanted to dice that up, but there you go. And there we go. Bit of salt, bit of pepper. I'm gonna add in some chilies for a bit of heat. This is totally optional, depending on what your heat tolerance is. I'm gonna just give a quick little splash of lemon juice onto the pasta. That lemon juice. Now these Maitake mushrooms do not take long. I find that actually the more that you do cook them, they actually will start to kind of disintegrate. And we want some nice texture to these. Gonna add a bit of oil, because this is the sauce we're gonna put over our pasta. We're gonna add in some parsley now, and then we're gonna save a little bit for a garnish at the end. And that is pretty much done. So you can still see here, we do have a little bit of the pasta sauce, the water that's in there, and we wanna leave that in there. We're gonna add in our shrimp. We're just going to finish this whole dish off with our mushrooms. Now, a little bit more parsley. Finish off with a few lemons. Because we've added lemon in on every stage of the cooking, on the shrimp, on the pasta, we're gonna finish it off again with just a squeeze, not a lot. And there we have it. So we got linguine, bluefoot shrimp, lemon, parsley, and Maitake mushrooms, and a little bit of butter in there for taste. So that's it. That's a midweek meal that we would have start to finish about 15 minutes. You make sure you have everything prepped. Keep your boiling water beside you. You never know if you have to add a bit more. But that's it. So stop by the store, grab some of these delicious bluefoot shrimp. And remember, we're here to make your meals hook, line, and simple. Thanks a lot. Well, this is delicious. You're gonna want some of this.